we are just the vanguard. But it was a mass movement.
So you had that joy to be part of it. You know, it was calling on everybody. Everybody was just coming on voluntarily.
On all sides, on all sides, on all sides. We mobilized, you know, from Banjul to Koina. We started creating structures, and we do have, you know, structures like Elders Council. We have the youth wing. We have women wing. Then we have these skills people organized in a form that, you know, they will be able to support and make sure that, you know, they work in tandem with the principle of the then AFPRC. Because when they pronounce, you know, what they came for, you know, we said that why not, you know, we mobilize ourselves? Because what these, you know, young soldiers are calling for, this is exactly what other progressive forces we are calling.
All those years.
You know, all those years. And this is, you know, the time that we should mobilize. So it wasn't that much hard, because you could see that even not only people from revolutionary organizations, but even people from other parties who were also genuine, you know, or who also knew that these things was meant for a genuine change, decided to come on board and join as a movement. It was not a partisan thing.
Okay.
Yes, okay. It was not a partisan thing. Yeah, but it was a real mass movement. Okay. It was a real mass movement.
And then calling for those changes, after 19 years after the formation of the AFPRC and then the APRC, will you honestly say that the changes that you wanted, the changes that you have been yearning since the Fourth Republic, have been achieved?
Oh, yes. So changes is a process. Yeah. And it's ongoing.
But then is it gradually happening?
Yes, of course, indeed. Because if you look, you know, I cannot just sit in one day and tell you all the changes that have happened. So but look into infrastructural, you know, politically, socially, economically, you know, all these changes do happen. They happen. They are reality. People are seeing it. They are feeling it. It's part of it. It's a process.
So the Gambia then is so different from the Gambia now?
Of course, yes, totally. Of course, yes, totally. Even if I want to take you back to at least at the level of infrastructure, maybe I don't want to talk too much on our infrastructure, because that people can feel, they can touch, they can see. You know, these are there for them to see. But check on the level of the morals of people today, the way they think. Because today, nobody can fool anybody. Yes, you cannot just tell people that this is what it is when it is not that. They will tell you outrightly that this is not the case. You know, because that is the democracy, that is the openness, that people can stand and say they are, you know, what they feel about. You know, so these are the differences. You know, the morals, people, they have come up. And the type of organizations that are springing up today, you'll see that different type of organizations are coming, which you cannot have yesterday, you know, because in the past, you know, regime, you don't dare. I told you that we were a member of the anti-apartheid movement, but when we were organizing the anti-apartheid movement, the then regime told us that we cannot call it Gambia anti-apartheid, anti-imperialist movement, so we have to drop the anti-imperialist. Again, when we were organizing one youth organization, Gambian National Youth Federation, they said, who are you to call for a National Youth Federation? And imagine, that was just in the 80s. In the 80s, they say we cannot call for a national youth. There was no youth council. There was no youth body that will be able to take care of the youth organizations. You know, then we decided to make it within ourselves and say that let's come up and form a national youth organization that will be able to organize, you know, the interests of the youths. And that organization is still existing.
And there was this fear in them that we don't want these youths to you know, gather together and then to have that power, basically.
Exactly. This is exactly what happened. By then, they didn't want some sort of organized form of anything. They don't want youth to organize. They don't want women to organize. They don't want real political parties to set up. They don't want even political, even newspapers, genuine newspapers. Like he used to say that there was this Punch newspaper. Was our only means of newspaper by then was to write on the walls as student activists or political activists, just to so that people can see our slogans and know what we wanted for and see what was the agenda of that time. So these were the things that we were using. So but you can compare that thing from now. These are totally completely different things.
Senghor, happy July 22nd anniversary, happy 19th anniversary.
Wish you the same and to all the Gambians and those who wish well to the Gambia, and let the struggle continue, Aluta continue, and happy Ramadan.
It has been nice having you on this interview. Thank you very much, sir.
Waa Aïda waaw Yaasin dama bëgg a génn nit te ñëw balaa ndogu di jot dangaa génn waaw waa Yaasin yéen dem ba seen coow gi bari woon na de te métti lu xew yow suma nijaay wérut yow ana weeri koor ak bànneex amal fi maa waxee de yow yàlla mu ne weeri koor nañ bàyyi suñu bànneex yi yëpp suma nijaay guddi bi tamit guddi weeri koor mënoo maa mee jàmm xam nga fi may waxee mënoo maa bàyyi ma nelaw ana weeri koor ak bànneex wax naa ko ne ñu ngi si weeri koor kon ko benn weer la na muñ rek benn weer bi rek ñu oor ko te jaamu si yàlla bàyyi bànneex yi waaye mu ne déedéet loolu daal mooy problème bi.
waaye yéen mënu leen a bàyyi coow seen coow gi métti woon na démb trop
man yoo xam nga ne man.
Wali waaye yow hee Wali dem da ngaa demoon daayira
waaw demoon
Wali moom de yàlla ko yaral boppam waaye yow xanaa seen daayira bi du ñu ñëw may la sax benn bi sax nga ne ko dama am baay am yaay nga ñu ñëw jàngal ñu fii bokk waaye di dem rek
waaye ma ngi si kaw dimanche gars yi
dina ñëw fii man de jàng rek laa bëgg bu ñëwee bu ñu jàngee lu neex dinaa leen sarax waaw jàng rek laa bëgg yow moom yaa wax tegee la jàmbaar nga
nijaay dépense.
waaw léegi man kay ma wax la dépense nga laaj aw ma jàmm ak salaam rek moo ma tax a jóg nag aw ma dépense.
nijaay nag suma dépense yi bi ma ko joxee si nii mbala nga joxee ma ko si ne waaye suma dépense.
xam nga déglu rek moo la bëggatuma wax ak yow ndax damaa rus léegi ma ne la aw ma dépense demal nga wuti dépense aw ma.
xale yooyu nga rus ñu or bi ki suba bi ngoon te duñ dogu nijaay dépense.
dama ko amul aw ma ko léegi loo bëgg nag yow nag léegi dangaa bëgg a toog ci suma kaw bopp bi man jigéen nga de maa la takk indi ci kër gi li ma wax mooy am.
nijaay
te nag soo moytuwul dinañ ñu dégg de.
nijaay doo góor boo nekkoon góor.
ma ne soo moytuwul dinañ
kon doo toog fii.
yow fase naa la yow kii fase naa Wally Faye mag sa ndey rek kii fase naa la dégg nga li ma lay wax dangay buub sa bagage nga gën kër gi ca
dama la ne doo góor
fu ma nekk ak yow ci kër gi tey dégg nga ma lay wax kii dafa xamul boppam fase naa ko na gën kër gi ma ne fase naa ko
Yaasin
fase naa ko laa la wax fase naa ko dégg nga li ma lay wax
Yaasin
may naa ko batam
na ma fase fu mu emmee
kii may naa ko batam ma ne